Well, folks, welcome back to Advanced Aircraft Systems. I'm your instructor, Tom Mahoney. Well, by now, I'm hoping that you've gotten the email that has your license for your Aerosim program and that you've been able to successfully download it onto your iPad. And now I want to just go through some very simple instructions on how to use your iPad to get the very best grade out of the class that you can get. So let's go over here and share a screen here with Canvas. Let's pull up Canvas and always return back to the home page. That will take you to the very top of the modules. Of course, right now it shows introduction. And where we're at in class right now is Aerosim introduction and iPad upload. As I said, hopefully you've got your iPad uploaded with the Aerosim program. Now I want to show you how to use the program to get the best results out of class. So let's imagine we've gone down to week number 1, and we are now looking at jet engines and the systems related around jet engines. So let's say you've completed my lecture where it says jet engine systems. That lecture is completed. You've finished that up. Now you're going to go ahead and move on to the Aerosim modules so you can get completion credit for those modules. So that's where we're at. We're right there. And then after we complete that, then we'll jump down into Hangar Talk. But for now, let's take a look at your Aerosim program. Now, since I don't have the fancy equipment that we have in the classrooms, I have to just show you how the iPad works here. Hopefully this will be enough information to get you started. So here we go. I'll turn my iPad on. It's turned on. I'm going to go ahead and go to my Aerosim program. I have it right down here because I use it so much. It comes up pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and insert my username and password that you should have developed on your own for your own iPad. So let me get going here. And I'm logging in. So you can see it's logging in. Okay, now we're on our home page. So in the home page, in the on the left-hand side, you'll see that there are several boxes. There should be 8. And the 8 boxes show you different things you can do with your iPad. In our case, for the first 4 weeks, we're going to spend almost our entirety looking at aircraft systems, which is the one with the airplane on it, single airplane. We're going to tap on that. It will take us over to aircraft systems. This is where we start our training. This is where we get most of our information for the Aerosim program. And if you will have noticed, we were going to talk about the first system we were going to talk about is engines. So I'm going to scroll down here. I'm pretty sure engines is more towards the bottom. And so I'm going to click on where for you it says run. Mine says review because I've already completed it, but yours is going to say engines, and you would click on run if this is the first time you've been in the engine section. Okay, starts off right off the bat, telling you what you're going to be looking at. So I'm going to pause that, just hit the arrow over to the right-hand side. And we're going to talk about how to navigate through this program successfully. First thing you might want to look at is the question mark up in the upper right-hand corner. You can click on that, and it will take you through a tutorial on how to navigate and make your Aerosim program work the most efficiently. Once you've done that, you only have to do it once, and you'll have a good idea how it works. Then the next thing you can do is once you've listened to the Aerosim program, for example, here on engines, you can go back through and navigate through the program by clicking on the icon. Looks like a page, and it will pull up a window. You might have to click on it twice to get the window to appear. It'll show you a text box. That's actually what they're saying when they're narrating the lesson. And then next to the text tab, you see an index tab. Go ahead and click on that. And this is the important part. You can actually scroll through that index tab all the way to the bottom. And then at the bottom, you'll see a section in there that says self-assessment. Those are questions at the end of the lesson on engines, for example, that you can ask, have asked, answer, and you can determine how well you understand the information. I really suggest you do this because sometimes I do pull questions out of those assessment questions. In this case, I would go scroll down through here and I might want to look at chapter number 3, which says thrust control, and I might want to look at page 2, which says thrust modes. And it will give me the information fairly quickly about that particular part of the system. So in case I missed a question back in the assessments, I could go back and review what I missed. So let's go back down to the questions. For example, let's say I've completed it all the way down through starting the engines, and now I've come to self-assessment. Let's say I select question number 3. I'll just take the questions as they come, actually, 1 through however many questions there are, and see what the question says. Well, in this case, it says the switch located on each side of the thrust levers allows for, I'm going to read the question answers. I'll determine which answer I think is the correct one. In this case, I'm thinking it's probably D. That is correct. It says, voila, I'm getting some positive reinforcement here. So now I can move on to the next question, feeling comfortable that I have a basic understanding of what that question was about. So let's say I go to the next question and without looking at it, I picked the wrong answer. Let's see. Oh, I'm so good at this, I always pick the right answer. So let's go to the next question. And let me see if I can pick something I know is the wrong answer. Thrust levers have been moved to the shut-off position. Well, I'm going to say D is the right answer. I know it's not the right answer. So all of a sudden, I get an incorrect response. And at the bottom of the window, I will be able to read why, and then I can see where in the Aerosim module the information came from. In this case, it says T4S2. So I would like to go back and know exactly what I'm missing in that section. So I'm going to go back to T4S2. So I go back up to my to the index, look for T4S2. So I'm going to go to T4. There's 4S2. That's the fuel shutoff. And now I can review that page and determine why I did not have the full understanding for that question. So that's how it works. You need to complete all of these pages right down to the bottom of the self-assessment. Try to answer all the questions as best you can. If you get some wrong, go back and repeat. I don't care how many times you do it. But now the important thing is you need to get credit for actually completing this lesson on engines. So at that point in time, we would hit the return arrow down here in the bottom right-hand corner. To get credit for this, we need to sync our progress. We need to let the administrator know that you completed a module. So at this point in time, we would go up to the upper right-hand corner of the homepage for Aerosim, click on the cogged wheel, which takes you to the settings. In this case, it's the application setting. We would go through, select the type of internet connection we want. I'm going to go with any connection. And then I need to sync progress now, which means I come over to the right-hand side where it says sync progress in blue, click on that, and then it starts syncing. I don't know if you can see that right there in the blue. And now it comes back and says last synced 0 seconds ago. So now I know that you have completed this work and you will get credit for it. And in this case, it will be 1 point. Don't forget to periodically sync as you go through the modules to make sure you're getting credit. Otherwise, I won't know. I won't know to give you credit. And unless you get credit, things get a little bit more difficult for you in terms of passing the course. Keep syncing and keep getting credit, and look forward to seeing you in the next little videos that we do. Currently, it's probably going to be the videos on each of my course lectures. So each lecture, then do the Aerosim, then do the Hangar Talk questions, and we'll progress through the course. You getting credit, me thinking I'm really bright because I'm teaching you all the right stuff. Hopefully you're going to get a good information out of this course. Just remember, love my job, glad to be here, hope I can make a difference.